Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Rapid Chess here with the video of the day. And today ended last 16 classical games. So two players are in quarterfinals. We did from India and Sam Shankland. Yesipenko and Carlsen played draw second game. I think the game was very boring. No one wanted to risk. Yesipenko obviously doesn't have too much experience against Carlsen, and Carlsen decided that he cannot, he don't want to risk either. It's funny that even though Carlsen has probably the best team in the world concerning openings, and Yesipenko is just he's not the beginner obviously at this level, but he plays he didn't have just enough time to get ready against top players, and still with an engine he analyzes, and Carlsen cannot do anything, so it's pretty amazing. Some commentators saying that Grishuk showing the best game in this tournament. I think that's pretty much true. He had an interesting draw. Alex is playing very well with black, I think, generally, but with white he in many instances has problems. I think his game with white is very promising, so we'll see tomorrow. Of course, Duda is already not new at this level, and he has this spirit to win. He wants to win a lot. That's so tough opponent for Grishuk tomorrow. And Iranian player Tabatabai won a game against Martirosyan with black. He lost yesterday, and so he will go to tie breaks. Normally players, when they have to win, they start to play a very sharp game. I think it's not really correct, because very sharp, you want to play a longer game. That's my strategy. And Tabatabai played a very solid opening and just exchanged pieces, and at some point his opponent started to make mistakes and lost. And a lot of commentators were saying that, well, it was easy draw, but you don't know the evaluation, and when you don't know it, you think that you lost anyway. So I think that's the case, what happened. All right, let's see the game. Svidler, he's kind of retired from chess, I think, at this point, like maybe 5-6 years ago already, we can say that. And Shankland is on the rise. Svidler has not been ever a big theoretician. I think he was very good tactic and had excellent intuition, like Karpov. He played most of the career. Svidler played very similar openings. His opening choice was quite narrow, especially with black. He was saying that I work with chess only with white. I study, and with black you can draw anyway. So that's his words. Okay, so let's see the game. D4, knight f6, and g6. So Svidler has always played Grunfeld, and at this point he's a bit predictable. And h4. This is a very modern continuation. It was played by Grishuk against MVL in Moscow semifinals Grand Prix, and I remember that black won, if I'm not mistaken. Knight c3 and d6. So that in that game, MVL played some kind of transposition to Volga gambit, c5, b5, and again, experts were saying that it's very logical, and so it basically is a good counterplay against this variation, but now they still play it, and Svidler decided to play d6, transposing to some kind of King's Indian defense. Knight c6 is a bit not standard. Normally you want to castle and put your knight somewhere on d7. Knight e2, castles, and f3. Again, this move a little bit surprises me. I don't know, just this pawn structure looks a little bit weird. You do a lot of pawn moves in the opening, and your pieces are not developed. This knight here is misplaced a little bit, but probably it's all good. e5, d5, and knight d4. So if you take, there is this trick with knight e4 unleashing the bishop, and if you take with the queen, it's rook to e8 winning the queen. So you can take it straight away. He played bishop to e4 and c5. White is forced to take, otherwise with this knight just only black is better. Takes, and black sacrifices a pawn. Rook b8. Black is pawn down. They're better developed. I will take the development myself, and just engine says that it's 0.3 for white, so black has full compensation for the pawn. Queen c2, defending the pawn, and c5. I didn't like this move when I saw it. I don't really think that this bishop is better here, and you give up this d5 square for the knight. So queen a5 according to agent was better. Bishop e6 developing, and if you play knight to d5, which you don't really want to do right now, then bishop will take and black will have excellent compensation. Also they will win this pawn quickly, I think. And castle queenside, I'm sorry. Again, Engine says it's a very good move. I don't really agree with Engine on this. I just think that you have open line, open file, and just this bishop here is beautiful. This pawn here is very far away. Just black is first to act. But some Shankland, you see, he's like on starting seconds, he's still on his analysis. 97, took the pawn. This is first Shankland's move, which he found on board. And queen a5. So black sacrificed the second pawn, and they still have compensation, and they all over white's possession. They attack this knight, they attack this pawn, and they will probably move his knight to e5. So bishop e1, this is the best move, very hard to find, I think, and kudos to Shankland, he found it, defending the knight and attacking the queen on a5. Knight e5, attacking the pawn, and f4. Again, didn't understand this move, probably there is a second idea to play f5 at some point, but just black played knight e5 in order to take the pawn on c4, and white just gives up tempo for this. Takes, e5. Engine shows zeros, that black got fully compensated for the sacrificed material. Again, this is like forced, yeah, but you give up a lot of light squares, and white doesn't have the light square bishop, so I think it's Svidler who was looking forward to win this game at this point. Rook d8 is the best move. Takes, h5, and bishop takes a2. So now the material is equal, and I don't see how white is actually white is fighting for equality. That's what I'm thinking. Takes, and knight to e4. Just notice that this bishop attacks the queen, And Svidler spent a lot of time, 7 minutes, to find the best best square for his queen. The problem, Svidler has been an excellent tactician, but he made a mistake by playing queen to b6. He wanted, I think, to protect his rook here on d8, but there was an interesting idea which Sam found. Bishop h4 is the right move. Rook to d4, threatening to play at some point rook c4. Check. You cannot take because this is going to be mate in a couple of moves. Or you have to give up your queen and exchange everything, and white will be an exchange up. So here, and in this position, bishop f2. So it clears that black has this rook here is overworked. It has to protect d7, and if you play something like queen's bishop to c, rook to c4, then for instance you can take and play here, and white is an exchange up. But if you play, let's say, rook to d8, then it's bishop to c5, and again this queen here is misplaced because it's check, it's a fork to queen and king. So that's unfortunate. So let's see how it ended. Took the pawn, check, check, and in this position Svidler resigned, because if you play king e7, then it's bishop h4 winning the queen, and if you play here, then it's mate in 1. And if you naturally protect with this move, then takes, rook h8, and bishop h4 winning the queen. So if you play f6, then this is absolutely winning for white. Very good win by Grandmaster Shankland, and he plays the next round against the winner of MVL Karakin match. Alright, thank you very much, and see you next time.